Some places teach you perspective. Some teach you patience. Some make you feel so small you forget to be afraid of anything else. The worlds I found inside Azuria didn't just show me new landscapes. They handed me new ways of seeing myself. Each one a mirror. Each one showing me something I hadn't been ready to look at before. I found the compass in the roots of an ancient tree. It pointed upward. Above the cloud line, the world had kept the mountains, but released the ground beneath them. Endless floating peaks, drifting in slow silence. I sat on one and looked down at the clouds below. Every problem I'd arrived with was down there somewhere. From up here, I simply couldn't find a single one. The map showed an ocean above the clouds. Not a metaphorical ocean, a literal ocean. Waves, depth, creatures, currents, existing entirely above the cloud layer. I followed the dotted line upward and emerged into something that should not have been there. Ships with sails of condensed cloud. Creatures the size of continents drifting through it. The seed was small enough to hold in my palm. I had no way of knowing, holding it, that its kind had been growing in the valley ahead for 600 million years. That entire civilizations had been carved into their trunks by generations who started something they knew they would never see completed. The seed in my hand was not a beginning. It was the latest chapter in the longest story on Azuria. The book opened to a page I hadn't turned to, by itself, to a page that appeared blank until held at the right angle, at which point the text appeared not on the page, but in the air above it. That was the moment I understood the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is finding the book. Wisdom is understanding that it opened to the page you needed before you knew you needed it. The dream fragments were visible in the valley air as glowing structures. Not memories exactly, but the half-formed shapes of things genuinely imagined and then set down. None of them were bad dreams. Every abandoned dream in the valley had been genuinely beautiful. None had been abandoned because they were wrong. They had been abandoned because the person stopped before the valley could show them what they would have become. The footprint was the size of a lake. I stood at its edge and understood that the creature making it had not made it as a statement or a warning. It had simply walked past. The giant creatures of this world moved through the landscape the way weather moves through ours. Present, immense, and completely indifferent to whether we found them significant. Being completely unnoticed by something that large was, unexpectedly, the most freeing thing I had experienced. The crystal key was warm, not ambient warm. Warm in the specific way of something generating its own heat. And it glowed brilliantly, as though under pressure, and that pressure was producing light. I learned later this was literally true. Every crystal was a record of the pressure it had survived, and every single one was extraordinary. Character shines brightest, I noted, when pressure is applied. In the desert of time, sand behaved like time itself, accumulating and dispersing with nothing to do with gravity and everything to do with something older. I sat in the middle and watched it flow around me. Life was not waiting for me to be ready. It was flowing in every direction simultaneously. I had been watching the hourglass instead of the desert. The planet of endless night had never had a sun. Its energy came entirely from within, from bioluminescent life that had evolved in permanent dark and chosen, independently, to glow. Hope, I understood then, is not optimism. It is the decision to generate your own light before any external source arrives. The final clue was a question. Who has been observing all of this? There had always been an observer. The celestial observatory had not been built to study the universe. It had been built to turn the telescope around. The greatest mystery was never out there. It had been asking the question the entire time. It had been asking it from the inside.